Good morning, everyone. Angela here with ElaCateDesigns, and I am back this morning with a little journal share for you all. This is actually my personal journal that I have made for myself to use for this year, and probably more than the year. We'll see. I wanted to do a little journal share because I see a lot of people asking, well, junk journals, they're beautiful, but what do you really use them for? So I thought I would just do a little share video and show you all how I use my journals. And I never realized there was an actual term for the way I journal until I was watching one of Nick the Booksmith's videos, and she was describing commonplace journals, and apparently that's how I journal. I'm not a journaler in the sense of I sit down and write, what I did throughout my day. I use my journals to write quotes and things that inspire me, ideas, jot little notes, that type of thing. So this is the journal I made for myself because purple is my favorite color other than black. And it's just one of my large hardcover journals, and I have a little wildflower there and the clock with some vines. It's all hand-painted fabric. And I've done a book plate on the front so that when I complete the journal, I can, write the dates on there when I started it and when I finished it. And throughout the journal, I have pages from the magazine is called Bella Grace. I love the magazine. They have gorgeous images and quotes and different things. So because of copyright, you can't really use it in journals to sell. So I wanted to incorporate them in my own personal journal. So I've used it a little bit. I've done some just different embellishing and added some ephemera images that I really like. And I've done like this envelope here that's a pocket on the inside to stash some things. Just clip different images. It has the fabric tabs and the sewn lace. So for instance here, this is one of the magazine pages. And I don't always like certain aspects if they have like words or an image, so I use my own ephemera to cover it up, and then I'll write my quotes that I wanted to save there, and I've just done some washi tape. I started writing a bit of a poem there that just kind of popped in my head the other day. This is another long inspirational quote. I've done the same thing on this page. And here as well. I've done some stamping on that page. And I have a little ticket here, or tag that I've turned into a pocket. And I made this tag a long time ago when I was playing around with some different mixed media techniques. And so I've just popped it in there. And I have a couple of these that I've made a long time ago that were sitting in a drawer. They're just index cards that I've done my hand painting technique that I have a video on from years ago. So they're just for journaling, and I've popped those in here as well. Some Tim Holtz vellum. There was an extra scrap that I had laying around, so I just put that in here. Another quote that I've put down here, and this is a vintage stamp that I've added. just some journaling cards and an extra bit of paper from when I did the cover, so that I can journal on the back of that. And it's just filled with different pages, different papers. There's a bunch of different journaling cards and ephemera in this pocket here that I can use as needed. One of those large index cards here. I have a bag that I've clipped here just because I liked the image and the colors and the quote on this side, but this side of the magazine I wasn't all that into, so I just covered it with the bag, and I can do something with that later. Got some book pages, made a bit of a pocket here and just have some extra journaling paper there. And had a scrap here, so I just used some washi tape and taped that there. And another quote that I've written out and taped, or not taped, but I glued this one into the book. So my thought was, with this journal, I want to maybe do some videos this year of like journal process videos, and just kind of turn the camera on when I'm working in the journal. This is another quote that I've put in here, and I've made this paper clip out of, I have a bunch of these that I purchased from a seller on Instagram. They're like little pressed flowers and resin, so I made a little paper clip out of that. Some more journaling card there, and in this pocket as well. I've just kind of put things in the pockets that I've had laying around in my stash that I like and I thought I might end up using in some shape, way, or form later. In the center, I have this big old envelope that is made out of a file folder that I cut down and sewed around and just made a big old envelope for the center. And I have a little paper clip that I made, and this is a vintage ticket that I just had clipped in there. Fabric tab, and I've done a little bit of lace scraps I glued on there. So yeah, I thought I would do some journal process videos throughout the year. I don't want to say I'm going to do one a month because I know that's not going to necessarily happen, so I don't want to make promises I can't keep. But I thought I would just do some of those as kind of an idea to maybe some new people to the community and new people to junk journals, so they can kind of see how these can be used other than just as a journal. But I mean, you can journal however you want. That's just how I work. Edith Holden pages in here. So, and sometimes I just do some embellishing on a page because I think it's pretty and I want to see pretty, because who doesn't like pretty? So I just have some stickers on this page here that I've added. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe you guys aren't even interested in the journal process videos. If you are, you can leave me a comment. If you're not, you can leave me a comment too. That's fine. I just see a lot of comments and questions on some of the junk journal sites and like Instagram and that type of thing, of people asking what what we can use these books for. Here's another one of those tags that I made a long time ago, playing with just some paint and gesso and some mixed media techniques, and got a little elephant down there because I love elephants. So I've just put that in here as well. And sometimes with my journals, I like to just put things in there that I want to keep, that I enjoy, and don't want it just, you know, sitting in a box on my desk. This tag here I received in a rec from a lovely lady from the Junk Journal Junkies group, so I've put that in my journal, as well as this was a really cute little cluster paper clip that she had made, so those went in my journal as well. And in the back pocket there's just some more journaling cards and such. Now, when I made this book, I had sewed the signatures in so that there was a bit of a gap in the back, and I made this little pocket. It's like an you know, the accordion expanding pocket there, so that I could keep things in there that I wanted to store in the journal until I used them later. And so right now I just have some different pieces of ephemera and, you know, digital downloads that I've printed out. And then I made this big pocket as well, which is another accordion one, so it gets kind of big, that has just some smaller pieces stored in it as well. So this can fit in there as well, and it's nice and happy in its home. So anyways, that is the flip through of my personal journal, and you got to see a little bit of just, you know, blurbs of some quotes and different things that I like to do with my journaling. I haven't used this a whole lot this year, other than sometimes I just like to sit there and flip through it and feel all the textiles, because I'm weird like that. But anyways, yeah, so leave me a comment. Let me know if you want to see some of those process videos. I have a little list in this journal, actually, of some ideas of some different things I could do some videos on and show you guys, and maybe give you some ideas or some inspiration. So thanks for hanging out with me for a bit today. I hope you are all doing well and have a great rest of your week. Bye, y'all.